So what is up, everyone? Today is Thursday, February 5th. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I'm coming to the session with a pretty bearish bias. I feel like higher time frame is just so obvious. Like, let's look at the daily, right? We're just coming right down, right? Where are we trending toward? This like volume imbalance over here. This low down here. We actually just hit this volume imbalance now. But 4 hour, right? I mean, we're just respecting bearish PD arrays. We're respecting this 1 hour gap. So honestly, like, I could see us retrace maybe into like this other new 1 hour gap we haven't traded into yet. So maybe we could come up here, maybe get a short coming out of there. Are these equal highs at a 5-minute gap? Now, we barely tapped into this 5-minute gap over here, but I feel like the minimum I want to see to take a short would be maybe if we sweep these highs, come down. But the thing is, though, I got to keep in mind there's news at 10 a.m. Yeah, there's Jolt's job opening at 10 a.m. So I do need to be careful with that. Because like I don't want to hold through red pillar news, obviously. Definitely not the goal here. I'll see what I get. So honestly, I feel like it is pretty obvious. Like, we're trending toward, like, this low I have marked out. Like, this low right here is the first pretty obvious draw. And honestly, I'm not even expecting a reaction off that. I haven't marked out in case we do, but I'm pretty much expecting that we're gonna keep coming all the way down to, like, maybe not today, but I think we're gonna hit these lows down here. Oh, I don't know if you guys are familiar with... What's up, Bear Jazz? How are you? Is it Nior Bear Jazz? Yo, there's no way. I was just about to say, if you guys know the weather model, I'm testing out some strategy where I essentially go long or short at market open with a 100-point stop loss and take profit. Did this thing just like perfectly stop me out? Whatever. I mean, I'm making a video on that though. I actually got the thumbnail though for that video finished. I know there's not many of you guys here, but I'll show you guys. Why is this so much harder than it should be? That's good enough. I think you should be able to see that. Yeah, this is my thumbnail for the trading the weather video. I still need more of a pullback for shorts though, honestly. I definitely want to see shorts. I need more of a pullback for that. Honestly, so I'm hoping maybe we can get a reaction off this high over here. So we can react coming back down. I mean, maybe not. I'm hoping we can open up like a 1 minute gap here, so maybe I can try and inverse off that 1 minute. I feel like it's far enough away from 10 a.m. news where I'd trade, honestly. Especially if we get a really clear setup. Because we've tapped into this we inverted this 5 minute gap. That's the only thing. Honestly, no, I take that back. Because we're not delivering from any 5 or 15 minute gap. And the only 5 minute gap over here we inverted. So I feel like this does look like a nice setup on paper. There's even like an SMT at the high. This is honestly, if this inverts, this is a decent short. I'm probably just going to pass up on it only because it susses me out that we inverted this 5 minute. This 5 minute gap over here. I feel like this 5 minute gap should have held. And like if it didn't hold, I feel like now we're just due for a retracement a little higher. You said good morning, Tim. What's your bias? Good morning, Samuel. How are you? I'd say I'm pretty bearish, honestly. So what's up, Tim? What's up, Dylan? How are you? Yeah, I'm not going to take this, but I just have a feeling if this 1 minute short gets presented, I feel like it's going to play out. Like if we close with that gap. Looks like we're respecting that 1 minute gap though. So I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, honestly, I would have preferred like, cause there's a 15 minute gap or a high inside of a 15 minute gap, I should say. So if we can sweep out that high and maybe react off that, I can look for shorts. Damn, that's crazy. You know, that weather model trade where I'm trying to trade the weather, dude, this thing stopped me out and now it would have hit take profit. That's fun. So what's good, Tim? What's up, Kane? How are you? So what's the bias for today? Honestly, I'm pretty bearish. I feel like we're just moving pretty bearish, like higher time frame. And honestly, I feel like we're trending toward like these lows down here. Like maybe it's possible we could react off this like volume imbalance down here, but honestly, I feel like we might just come down and sweep these lows the way we're moving right now. But and there's even like, there's another 15-minute gap up here we could tap into, may react off that. This one's unfilled currently. I'm hoping we can open up this 3-minute. The only thing is, I don't like, we're getting closer and closer to that 10 a.m. news. So there's a chance I might just end up waiting until 10 a.m. news. Yeah, I'm probably going to wait until 10 a.m. news. Because we still haven't even tapped into the 15-minute gap up there. I mean, yeah. Because the only thing is, too, like, if this 3-minute gap opens, the 3-minute gap's going to open at 9:42. Then, even if the next candle closes through it, that's still closing through at 9:45. That gives me like 15 minutes for this thing to hit before news. What's up, low battery guy? How are you? So we did hit that 15-minute gap up here. Are we not even going to open up this 3-minute? Well, there's this tiny ass 3-minute over here. You know, honestly, I feel like if there was not red folder news at 10 a.m., I'd probably be really looking to take this short if we close this gap. I just hate how what there's news in like 15 minutes, let's say. Yeah, at this point, I definitely gotta wait for 10 a.m. news, especially like because I always want to see how this new 4-hour candle is gonna manipulate. Like, honestly, I also want to see how this. I want to see how the next 4-hour candle is gonna open up. Like, if the next 4-hour candle, if let's say it opens up and it immediately manipulates down and start reacting back up, like I'd be bullish. But I feel like if at 10 a.m. we manipulate up and take out like London or Asia high and start trending back down, I'll just continue being bearish. Yeah, I feel like at this rate, there's no shot I'm getting anything before news. What's up, Peter? How are you? You said, do you remember us viewers like from your last streams? Yeah, I remember. You've been here for at least like 3 or 4 streams, I want to say, Peter. I know Kane's been showing up for a minute. Dylan's been showing up here for a minute. I know Samuel's definitely been here for a minute. I don't remember. I don't know if Bear Jazz is still here. I don't remember seeing that name, but honestly, for the most part, I remember most people. I mean, it's not like I only have like what? I got like 10 people in here right now. On a good day, I'll have like 30. It's not a crazy amount of names to remember. Oh, yo, and I always remember that name. Yo, what's up, Vized? He said, I'm all good, bro. Happy to hear that. You know, I got a couple people in here. I guess I'll tell you guys what happened this morning. You know, so, like, I still live with my parents. So my dad, there's, like, mad snow outside. He said, I've just been sitting here setting up my trade of 8 chart. He said, how you doing with the bias? Oh, yeah, I'm definitely, right now, I'm pretty bearish. I want to wait until 10 a.m. news. But, right now, I'm bearish. I know we tapped into, on the daily, there's, like, this, like, volume imbalance. Or there's, like, a gap between like the bodies and the candles, if that makes sense over here, that we're reacting from. Honestly, I don't think that's going to be the place we start reacting from, though. If anything, if I had to guess, I feel like we're going to hit these lows, but I mean, I could be wrong. But I want to see if 10 a.m. is going to manipulate up and come back down again, I'll be bearish. But, you know, what happened to me this morning, though, so my dad, he was trying to get out of the driveway, and there's, like, this huge snowbank on the side of, like, my driveway, and I don't know why, he kind of, like, drove really far into it, and he literally, like, got himself stuck, kind of, and, like, the front of his car was, like, in the snowbank, and, like, there's, like, snow all around his tires, so I had to go out there and help him, so I put, like, gloves on, and I'm, like, getting the snow out from under his tire, and it's, like, a front-wheel drive car, so I'm literally, I have my hand under the tire, I'm, like, trying to get the snow out, and I just see the wheels start, like, spinning, and I'm like, dude, why is your foot on the gas? Like my hand is under here. If the car goes back, you're literally gonna run my hand over. I mean, I didn't say all that to him, that's what I'm thinking, but I'm, like, yelling at him, like, yo, stop moving, and then, yo, this dumbass does it again. Like, I told him to stop the car, like, stop that, and then I start digging out again so he can move the car, and I see the wheels spinning again. I'm like, yo, like, this dude trying to take my hand off. He said, holy, you good? Oh, yeah, I'm chilling. I mean, like, it didn't go over my hand, but I'm just like, I feel like I'm more astonished by how dumb bro could be. Like, and like, I feel like it's one thing where Mel time, is it, oh no, me time said hi there, what's up, me time? But I feel like it was like, yo, the first time I told you, yo, stop moving the wheels, like, you're gonna run my hand over. It's like, why are the wheels still moving again? Like, yeah, no, I figured I'd save that for my story time this morning. Oh, and, you know, actually, and the last funny part with that, too, actually, you know, the other day, my dad was driving too fast, and he slid, and he actually hit the front of his car into a snowbank, so he kind of bent the lip of his car, and he got upset about it, and this morning, bro drove the front of his car into a snowbank again. You said he wasn't observant as chill? So I'm glad you're okay, though. Appreciate that, Vi. I said, yeah, I'm glad I'm okay, too. I'm not gonna lie, I was making my breakfast, and I was like, ah, it's nice to have 2 hands. Because I feel like stuff like that, though, like, I feel like you don't appreciate it until you don't have it. Like, breathing, and, like, having 2 hands, 2 legs. Like, not everyone has that, you know. So today, I'm gonna focus on, You said snowbank, do you live in Canada? I mean, yeah, I guess I'm being a little, extra with using the words snowbank. You said rose and breathing. Yeah, I guess most people have the luxury of breathing. Well, actually, no, some people are on those machines where they have to, get help breathing. You said imagine trading with 1 hand? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, after I was thinking about how my dad could have ran my hand over, I was like, like, what couldn't I have done with 1 hand? Like, is that my job? I work at a bank, so I count money a lot. So it's like, I couldn't count money. I'd probably have to get my own money counter at my job. And then, like, I wonder, I could probably trade with 1 hand. It'd be annoying, though. I'd probably have to move back and forth, calculate my position size with, like, 1 arm. Wow. Cooking would be annoying. You said trading with 1 hand would still be possible? I mean, yeah, trading with 1 hand would be possible. It'd be annoying. I feel like you guys would be laughing at me. I'd be streaming with 1 hand. I'd be like, guys, I'm trying to enter here. I'd be like, use my nose to enter my position size. You said trading with Neuralink sounds not bad. You know, I'm kind of scared, though. I don't know. I don't want anything in my head. Maybe with those, like, Ray-Ban Metas, maybe? Or what are those other things? You know, I see people get like those Oculus things, the Oculus Rift, is that what they're called or whatever? And they'll like trade on there. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Or the Apple Vision Pro, is it? I don't know. Oh, and here's my regular person trying to get me to buy viewers. You know, while I'm on my rant, you know, also speaking of people from other platforms, you know, is it people who wear Ray-Ban Metas want to be stalked so bad? I mean, they want to do this stalking or they want to be stalked? Because in my mind, I don't know why. I want a pair of Ray-Ban Metas myself, mostly because like I feel like it'd be nice to film content with it. Like I could hit TP and like you guys can see like if you know and stuff like that. But like I also feel like when I see someone else wearing it, I'm like, yo, what are you recording? You know what I mean though? Oh, that makes sense. You said stalked because they're tracked by them. Oh yeah, because yeah, I mean, yeah, because if you're not getting tracked enough by your watch and your phone, you gotta get tracked by your glasses now too. You said both, actually? Yeah. Because the thing is, though, honestly, especially, like, if I got those Ray-Ban Metas, I would 110% need a second pair of glasses. Because, like, there's no way you're getting me to go to the gym with Ray-Ban Metas. Like, even if they're not recording, like, I could be behind some girl, and I'm like, yo, she's probably assuming I'm recording her, right? Like, even if I'm not, you know what I mean? You said they stalk and they want to be stalked. Because imagine your daily life being tracked through stalk. Yo, what's up, Aaron? You said, yo, bro, what's your bias today? Honestly, I'm pretty bearish. We have red folder news coming out at 10 a.m. So I really want to see how that comes out first. I don't want to hold a trade through then. But I just feel like on the higher time frame, we're moving down. The thing I am being cautious of, though, is on the daily. We tapped into this like volume imbalance down here. It's essentially a gap where the bodies in the previous candles never touched. So it's not like a fair value gap. It's more like a volume imbalance. But so it's possible we could react off that volume imbalance. But you said, can Twitch viewers view my comms? Yeah, they can. You said that's a new day opening gap. I mean, yeah, it's probably also a new day opening gap. I'm viewing this more as like a volume imbalance, honestly. But it's in this case, it's kind of the same thing. But we could be reacting off that. If not, though, I feel like we're probably gonna come to these lows down here. But I want to be reactive, right? Like, honestly, like if let's say at 10 a.m. this news comes out, and let's say we come up and we sweep out like London high or Asia high, and we like react off of it or put in like an SMT there, I'd probably look for shorts again. But like if we just keep trending up, I might start looking for longs. You said I'm watching the 1 hour FVG waiting for any reaction lower. I mean, yeah, we are inside of 1 hour. And that's the thing too, honestly, we could even, like at 10 a.m., we could manipulate up and take out London high and still hold this 1 hour gap. Because like, it's a fresh hourly candle, right? Like we're going to have like a full hour until it closes. So this candle, it could come up here and we still could be bearish. But kind of holding this 1 hour right now. Oh yeah, I remember I finished saying this before though. One thing I've noticed too with like, so if you say something on like any platform, that restream bot, it copies it between YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And I've noticed though, the people that come here from Kick, I don't think anyone's come here from Kick and said something that's not an emoji or pay for viewers. Like I had some other guy who came in here from Kick this morning, and he just said, he sent an emoji on Kick that says "you fried." So he's probably called me a bad trader, but I just said, yo, what's up? And he didn't say anything. I feel like Kick's a wild card. Oh, I guess TGR is hanging out with the Alpha team now. You said I was trading, got bored, and decided to look for lives on YouTube. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, me time. You said you fried with a Dumbo. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, everyone trades differently, and I feel like ICT gets a lot of hate. I like ICT, though. I guess me time. It's probably your first time here. What type of trading do you do? Do you do like ICT trading? Well, you said watching a 1 hour FVG, so I'm assuming it's ICT trading. Oh, dude, if there was not 10 a.m. news, I feel like this 5-minute short right here would look good. Like, the only thing is, like, this is gonna be right at 10 a.m. So, like, I'm not taking a trade directly at news, but like, I feel like structurally, we're delivering from this upper 15-minute gap. We're also delivering from like a 1 hour gap. Ooh, it's like a singular 5-minute gap in this leg. I wish I could take this, honestly. You said, bro, the 5 minutes too good to pass up on. I'm literally double checking Forex Factory to make sure the news is still there. I mean, right? I mean, yeah, today is Thursday, February 5th, and there's Red Follow News at 10 a.m. You said, yeah, I watched near all ICT videos, got funded 150K this January. Hey, that's what's up. You said, about to blow the account with the 2022 model. Think I should have used Silver Bullet. Honestly, if you want my advice, to be completely honest, I think ICT is like a good starting point. But in my opinion, I feel like if you're looking for a strategy, I feel like he's not a good like ending point. Like, in my opinion, I don't think that many people actually make money from the 2022 model. Like, I feel like it's a good like starting point, but I feel like it's just kind of overrated. And even like the same thing with the Silver Bullet. And like, I'm not saying like one strategy is best, but I feel like the strategies you get from like regular ICT videos like aren't the best though, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like he gives you a framework, but you need to like build a strategy with that framework. That's a good way to put it. You said, what model do you use? I mean, I actually, if you want to see me explain my strategy in depth, I do have a YouTube video on my YouTube channel here, which is like my strategy explained from A to Z. But essentially, it's just, I trade inverse fair value gaps, but I have an emphasis on like 5 to 15 minute gaps. So like a great example, this trade right here, right? Like, I'm not going to take it because there's news at 10 a.m. But like in this case, I'm using like time frame alignment where I'm saying, okay, on the higher time frame, right? I'm determining my bias, which I said was bearish, right? Like, we're respecting bearish PD arrays and we're disrespecting bullish, right? So I've now gone to the lower time frame, and then we're reacting off this 15-minute gap, right? So we're respecting a 15-minute bearish gap, which I'm also bearish higher time frame, and now we're about to disrespect a bullish gap. So I mean, if we were gonna go up, this gap should have gotten respected, but we're closing through it. So at the point we close through this gap, I would take a short. I mean, I like to give myself wide stop losses. Some people put their stop losses like here. Some people put their stop losses here. It depends on who you are as a person. I like being extra safe, and I would go break even when we take this low down here. But I mean, I have a full video explaining my strategy. He said, me time, trade with us, bro. Watch how we do things here. You'll learn more ICT. I mean, yeah. I mean, in case you didn't notice too, like I do live stream every single weekday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I honestly might start trading gold sometime soon. I don't know when, during Asia session. So I might start streaming 2 times a day, honestly. You said, crazy how I'm using a different approach but end up in the same place as I'm looking for the same entry due to news I'm not entering. That's what's up. I mean, yeah, and I feel like a lot of things too. I feel like a lot of concepts in the trading space, like I feel like everyone has their own like name for it, but at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of stuff is just like rebranded, if that makes sense. Like, it's just the way the market moves. But dude, oh my god, I would have taken this trade if we didn't have 10 a.m. news. The close isn't the best, but I would have taken this. You said it is. Yeah, like for example, I know people like to hate on ICT a lot because they say, oh, he rebranded Wyckoff, if you're familiar with like Wyckoff, but like, it's whatever. I feel like that's just how trading goes. Everyone finds their thing and renames it. Is this the 10 a.m. news I was afraid of? That's baby news. So, I mean, at this point, if let's say we can open up like a 5-minute bearish gap right here, I'll probably look for a retracement into that 5-minute bearish gap and probably a short coming out of there. Oh, and I don't know if you guys saw what Nightbot said, but I would really appreciate if you guys hit the like button on YouTube. I appreciate it. Does go a long way. I don't know why. I feel like I always get so awkward when I tell you guys hit the like button. I'll just have Nightbot do it for me. Oh, I hate watching this 5-minute inversion play out so perfectly. You said no way. Yeah, that's the same thing I was just saying. Yeah, you said no way the news made me miss this entry and it didn't do anything. Like, dude, if anything, the news candle just wicked up like 10 points and now it's just flying the way I wanted it to. What type of red folder news is that? You said there goes my entry. Yeah. Because the thing is, honestly, I feel like if it chilled out a little bit, you might have been able to enter. You said thank you for the advice, though. Usually, most months, I'm making some, but this one, I'm not sure what happened. I mean, if you want my opinion, honestly, I think January and February have been some of the hardest months to trade. If you're trading ICT concepts, like maybe if you're a breakout trader, you might say it's easy money or whatever. But like I've been struggling really bad. Like I can actually, here, I think you're probably new here, so I want to show you something. I want to show you my past couple months history. Oh wow, I haven't brought these accounts out in forever. So, these are my Top Step. She said, could you show mine too? Put your P&L? I don't know how to put your P&L up my screen, I'm not gonna lie. But, so I have 5 express funded accounts at Top Step. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna blow these soon. But, so this is November, right? November, I did really good in November, right? I only had 2 losing days. I had all these green days. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, this is a break-even day. This is basically break-even over here. This is another break-even day. I mean, this is a break-even day, but you get the point. I mean, at least I finished the month green. December, I did pretty good, right? There's only 1 losing day in December. I took those last 2 weeks off because of, like, holiday price action. And then, January, I just started getting cooked. Like, I took a break-even here, took a 2-to-1, and I cooked here. And then I actually ended up switching over to these alpha futures accounts because the other ones were getting close to getting blown. And then, again, I'm getting cooked. I mean, I hit a nice trade over here, but and honestly, like, I know that does seem like a long stretch of losing money, but like, it's probably like I know there was a partial government shutdown, and I just feel like I don't know how to explain. I know like inversions have times where they work well and they have times they work bad. And like, for example, though, like when I say my strategy has like a 70% win rate, like that factors in like months where I get cooked. And there's also months where I don't lose any trades. Like if you look back, right, on what? Like December, I only had like 1 losing day for the month. Like, so I feel like if you even it out over the long term, I make money, if that makes sense. You said algorithm patched ICT movement after 30 years. I mean, I don't think so, if I had to guess. Because I know people always talk to me about, like, what's it called, like, alpha decay, where it's, like, a strategy, like, loses, efficiency or, like, edge over the market over time. But honestly, I feel like with the amount of ICT traders, I don't think there's, like, it's not like everyone and their mom's trading ICT. And, like, even of the people that do trade ICT, I feel like most of them still can't make money even though they know ICT, if that makes sense. Because, like, their emotions are getting in the way, or like they can't properly utilize the concepts, or even if they do make money, they're randomly taking subpar trades, and like, I don't know, it's hard being a trader. Looks like ES is about to hit this low. My face is right over this, but ES is taking out that low. So honestly, if I were to have taken this 5-minute inversion, I'd be break even now. But I mean, I couldn't have taken it because of news, but Essentially, I'm just waiting until we pull back into some 5-minute gap. Honestly, even if we open like a 5-minute gap here and pull back into it, I just feel like the draw is just so clear. It's kind of hard to see, but there's like this blue line down here. I feel like we're so, like, obviously going toward there. You said good job for the stats, by the way. You're still further than me, having multiple fundeds and probably took first payout. Just want to say congrats. I know the work needs to be put in. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, anyone can do it in time as long as you don't give up. Just have that mindset like 1% better every day. He said, there goes my draw on liquidity. I mean, I do think there's more bearish draws, but the obvious ones are starting to get taken, yeah. Oh, me time. I've been trading for a long time too, honestly. Like, I'd say I first started like seriously trading kind of like at the beginning of like 2023, like mid 2022. I didn't trade ICT concepts at first though. I used to trade order blocks, like supply and demand, for like the longest time. I did that for like a year. I don't know how I did that. I remember though, the way I switched from supply and demand to ICT was, I remember the dude that was teaching me supply and demand was saying that the supply and demand zones were better if there was like a fair value gap leading up to them, right? So like, and he just talked to how important these fair value gaps were. And I remember he actually gave me an assignment where he was like, ignore the order blocks, just look at gaps in the market and how they get respected and disrespected, and like how that means for order flow and stuff. You said, bro, supply and demand is mostly FVGs. I mean, yeah, I feel like, what's a good example? Like, so imagine if we call this an order block, right? This is an up close candle in a bearish trend. It's a candle that closed in the opposite direction, right? This is an order block. So I bet there's people that see, oh yeah, we tapped into the order block. I want to buy up here, and we get a reaction down. But it's like, well, the body is still closing over here. So it's like, if the body's closing over here, we're just respecting a fair value gap and you're calling an order block. That makes sense. You said I used to trade back in the day too, supply and demand, moving average, but this is my year 2 trading seriously with ICT concept. Now fighting for my first payout. Thought I'll get it this month. I mean, you'll get it eventually. I believe in you. And especially, you've been trading for 2 years. I feel like 2 years is the point where kind of stuff starts like really making sense. If that makes sense. You said order flow dudes never shut up. I'm tired of seeing their videos. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. And when I feel like sometimes I'll be talking about my trading like on live stream, not like on YouTube in the morning, but like when I go live on TikTok, or if I do backtesting and live stream, people always come in and they're like, dude, you need order flow. You need order flow. And it's like, I'm not gonna learn something new all over again. I mean, like, maybe one day I'll mess around with it, but like, just because user 579 came in my chat and said, bro, you need these order flows, me, I'm like, oh yeah, well, he said so. He said order block and breaker block used to give me headaches. Yeah, I feel like when you start looking at too many things, it gets confusing. Like, that's why I just look at like inversions, like fair value gaps, liquidity. Like, I might use some other concepts, but at the end of the day, I'm basing all my trades off just gap and liquidity sweeps. You said heat maps. Oh my god, you can see the naked. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, when I look at those like heat maps and those level 2 order flows, like, don't get me wrong, I know there's something to it and there's people that make bank, but like, yo, why are there numbers all over your screen and there's these weird circles that get bigger? Like, I mean, I should be doing more research. This could be ignorant of me, but like there's so much to it. You said this dude got me downloading heat map deleted the first day. Yeah, I mean, you said best thing I did was forgetting everything and focusing on one thing, the FVG. Yeah, facts. I agree with that. Yeah, because like you probably haven't heard me say this before. I say this all the time. I always say like it's possible to get analysis paralysis, where it's like, okay, well we're trending in bullish structure, but it's like, okay, well we've tapped into this bearish breaker block and we've tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap. We've done this. It's like, what do you listen to when you have a million things? You said lava lamp chart. Oh, yo, watching this 5-minute inversion play out is honestly diabolical. I probably would have traded it something like this. I definitely would have went for like a 1-to-1. Put my stop up here. I mean, I would have been break even here. I wish I could have taken that. You said I know there's no retracements. Yeah, even if we pulled back into any of these 5-minute gaps that we opened up, like I would have looked for a short coming out of that 5-minute gap, but we're about to hit this first draw. Luckily, I feel like this low we're about to hit, I wouldn't say is too significant. Like, even after we hit it, I feel like there's still another low we could come for afterwards, but... You said, bro, I downloaded heat map and guess what? It felt like a ritual. I couldn't even bring myself to actually look at it. I mean, yeah, I do know people that make bread using it, but like, I don't think it's for me. Oh, it's so unfortunate we took that draw. Ugh. You said they should add a global voice chat in Top Step. That would be like, I don't know if you guys used to play Xbox back in the good old days when like you could say whatever you wanted. I don't know if you still can, but oh my god, that would be brutal. And you know, you remember in Call of Duty when there'd be little kids yelling at the top of their lungs too? I bet there'd be little kids yelling too. Even though you're supposed to be over 18 to trade Top Step, there'd still be little kids yelling on the chart. You said it'd be like PUBG games. You said that'd be crazy, but there'll be a lot of insider trading. I mean, I don't think anyone at Top Step has insider info. There are probably people that claim to, but I feel like if you had insider info, I feel like you're not gonna be hanging out trading on Top Step's trading floor or whatever. Their voice chat. Oh my god, this is some dump. You said I just imagine everyone counting to 3 and going short. Honestly, I could see that too. Market opens and everyone's like, guys, we're going long now. 100-point stop loss. You said going short and all them blowing their accounts at once. Yeah, and you hear them all screaming. And then there's one guy, it's like, I told you go long. Oh, that would give me a headache so quick. I'd probably need Advil after being in there for half an hour. Why is Alpha Futures tagging everyone? Oh, I guess someone won something. Oh, you know, I'd be clipping my streams and posting stuff on Instagram. You said that 10 a.m. news low-key ruined my day. I'm not gonna lie, it's low-key bothering a bit too. You said could have taken it. And the thing is too, like, I honestly, I was considering taking it, ignoring the 10 a.m. news, but then I was like, wait, like the prop for my trade with, I literally can't even trade through Red Polar News, you know what I mean? So like, even if I wanted to take it, I couldn't have. Because it looked so good. Oh, whatever. But, yo, so I clip my streams, though, And I think it's funny. The one clip that's doing good is, I don't know if you guys were here a long time ago. There's one day I was talking about how easy it was to start a prop firm. So I went to some website showing you guys like go to this website, pay them like $4,000 and they'll start a prop firm for you. That video's got like 5,000 views. You said I didn't want to take it because I know JP Morgan will use my scapegoat blow. Yo, the thing is though, I feel like you said so many moments look good but not my model. That's a good mindset to have though. As long as only if your model presents itself, then you take a trade. I know it might be annoying to see all the draws get hit. You said DD, I bet Dodgy took it. Of course Dodgy took it. But yeah, I feel like the best traders though, they follow their model like blindly, if that makes sense. And like some days, I feel like in the moment, it kind of seems like, oh, I'm an idiot, I missed an obvious draw. But there's also certain days where you stick to your model blindly and also saves you from losses. You said Dodgy always taking everything. Yeah, he really does. And like, I love Dodgy, but I mean, honestly, one thing I'm pretty sure he does is I think he might be like, oh, I'm taking this on eval. And then when it hits, he's like, yo, look at this banger, if that makes sense. Because like it really feels like he takes every inversion. He's definitely a great trader though. Amazing trader. You said Dodgy's good, but I don't like Apex creators. Yeah, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan. You said only Apex I like is Apex Legends? Honestly, I'm with you on that one. But yeah, I don't know, like, I know Dodgy always says, he's like, bro, if you follow the rules... Whoa. You said, I've honestly never heard the expression, suck your mom. Like, maybe you were looking for a different character in the front, maybe a different, but like, I've never heard that expression, and like, what did we say that triggered you? Are you like an Apex fanboy? Like, are you like a Dodgy fanboy? Because I did keep saying that I love Dodgy. Dodgy's the GOAT, bro. Dodgy honestly benefited me in more ways than one. Like to be completely honest, I really wouldn't be where I am without Dodgy. So like, I'm not saying anything negative about Dodgy. Out of curiosity though, has anyone heard that expression, suck your mom? I mean, like, I've heard... You said who? Yo, you're trying to rage bait me. You said, did you say the N-word? Not on stream, bro. Nah, I would never say that. But you said who is DD? Oh, it's just some guy called Dodgy's DD. He pretty much like, you know, I trade inverse fair value gaps. So he pretty much like is like one of the main guys that's like trades inverse fair value gaps. You know, your name though, your name is Clip Craze UK. Are you trying to like clip me? I'm gonna go to your channel and be nosy. Oh, you have 2 subscribers with no content. Maybe I could be your first clip. I think my monitor's gonna freeze for a second. Oh, you said, are you streaming on Twitch? Yeah, I'm streaming on, I'm currently streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and also Kick. But, that restream bot thing, it copies the chat between all platforms. You said this dude came out of nowhere? 2 subs from Subway? You said, did you catch anything? Nah, I haven't been able to find anything. There was a 5-minute inversion over here. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to take it, but the only thing was there was news at 10 a.m. So like my rules tell me I can't take a trade that close to news, and also the prop firm I trade with tells me I can't take a trade that close to news. So like I wanted to take this, but You said, yeah, I'm catching my tears, RN. You said how you didn't catch that sell? Well, I mean, the thing was, this 5 minute, when it closed, it was right at 10 a.m. So the prop firm I trade with doesn't even let me trade at 10 a.m. And the thing was, I feel like once it was 2 minutes past news, I feel like the trade was already like running in the direction. And we never really got any pullback into any 5 or 15 minute gap. Like if we pulled back into like a 5 minute gap here, I would have looked for a short, but you said, I'm going to add it in my journal that Jolt's job opening news didn't do anything even read. Well, I mean, you said, oh, that makes sense. Sorry. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. You said it was job openings. Yeah, I feel like the thing I hate, though, I feel like when I think, oh, this news isn't going to do anything, it's always the times where it like flies in one direction and stops me out. And it's like, then when I'm cautious of the news, then it's like nothing. It's baby news. Said, good morning. I'm a little late today. Any trades for the day? Good morning, Uber. How are you? So, I haven't found any trades. I was just explaining like a second ago how the only trade I wanted to take was like, I was bearish on the day. We tapped into like this 15-minute gap up here and we're respecting it. And then we end up inverting like this 5-minute gap over here. The only reason I could not take it was because, there was red folder news at 10 a.m. So like, one, the prop firm I trade with doesn't even let me trade 2 minutes in each direction of red folder news. And also, my trading plan tells me I really shouldn't be trading through 10 red folder news. But this thing would have hit if there was not red folder news at 10 a.m., I would have taken that short. I mean, I might still look for like a retracement short. Like, let's say maybe if we open up like a 15-minute gap and we pull back into there, I might look for a short. You said any data wicks to target? Unfortunately not, because the 8:30 news, where is it? I mean, this was the 8:30 low from is unemployment claims, I'm pretty sure. So that got taken pre-market and the high got taken immediately. And then what, the 10 a.m. news, is there? Oh, well, technically there is a data wick up here from the 10 a.m. news. But the only thing is, I just feel like this one is so counter trend. I don't think I'm necessarily looking to target that wick. I mean, maybe if we start flipping into bullish order flow, it's something I might look to target, but I don't think that's going to happen. And we didn't pull into, yeah, we still have not pulled back into a 5-minute gap. Or a 15-minute gap either, yeah. So I would need that for a short. Oh, you know, I showed it before, but I feel like we got some new people in here. You know, I feel like I want to show you guys my, my thumbnail for the YouTube video I'm going to upload. How do I do this? That's good enough. So, you said, bro, I'm watching some heat map dude on YouTube. He didn't even find an entry. Pretty funny. Yeah, but so you guys have probably heard me talk about the weather model. I'm honestly pretty happy with the way this thumbnail came out. This, because yo, Vizid, you remember I was talking about clip farming. This right here is clip farming. I mean, I'm gonna use this thumbnail for that weather video, bro. And the way the weather model worked today makes me want to rip my hair out. So I went long. See, it honestly looks pretty good. Thank you, Uber. So I went long at market open. So the thing is, I do a 100-point take profit, 100-point stop loss. You said this is clip farming, not gonna lie. Yeah, so dude, this is the way the weather model trade went today. So I went long at market open. It comes down 120 points, stops me out. and then it goes my way. So I got stopped out in the weather mile trade. But I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it's mostly for the video. Just annoying to see. You said, bro, use Toronto as SMT. We still haven't pulled back into a 5 or 15 minute gap. That's fun. I feel like it's been years since I've won a trade. Dude, how are you going to tell me? Dude, Blake took that? Was that pre-market? You said there's a 15-minute forming RN? What is Alpha Futures doing right now? With Blake again? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I learned a lot from PB Blake, and I saw that he took this trade. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised he took it with news. What prop firm is he trading with that allows him to trade news? Because I thought it was Apex, and I thought you can't trade news at Apex. Maybe Apex does lead traders. I don't know. You said, but I low-key don't know the draws. I'm gonna just aim for a 1-to-1. I like my 1-to-1s. Dude, Ethereum went below $2,000. Dude, Ethereum is tanking. I actually bought some Ethereum. I feel like when I saw Ethereum getting close to $2,000, I'm like, I gotta buy that. I'm not much of a crypto guy, but I feel like every time I see crypto prices low, like that low, I feel like I always regret not buying. You said TP hit as background music. I like it. You said, did you get any trades on gold yesterday? Unfortunately, yeah. You said, can you trade news with Alpha? So it depends which plan you have. The plan I'm on, which is like the cheapest one, the 0 plan, you can't trade 2 minutes within news on the funded account. So on the evaluation, you can trade news. It's just on the funded account, you can't open or close a trade 2 minutes before or after news. But if you get the advanced accounts, you can trade through news. But you said unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I'll show you guys what trades I took on gold. I'm not the happiest with my executions, honestly. I mean, I did take. Oh, I took 2 L's last night on gold, which it really should have been a winning day. This is not gold. I mean, yeah, because there's not much, honestly. Like right now for NQ, I want to see. Oh, so this 15-minute gap is going to open up. Honestly, I'm not looking to take a trade until we trade into this 15-minute gap. So I'm just going to set an alert at that 15-minute gap, and I'll go explain some gold stuff. Is this alert working? There we go, okay. So I'll try to pay attention to that. But, so, what was I doing on gold? So, the thing was, so last night when I looked at gold, I noticed 2 things going on. So one, we did tap into this 4-hour gap up here, and we were reacting off of it. The thing was, at this point in time, I was low-key a bit bullish, because I was thinking, you know what, a higher time frame we're bullish, and we tapped into like this 1-hour gap over here. We swept the low inside of it. Right, when was I trading? Is 8 p.m., which is 20. Yeah, so I was somewhat... Oh, yeah, I was trading somewhere around here. I'm pretty sure. So I was thinking I was bullish, but we were actually pretty bearish. So I saw one setup occur. Oh, yeah, this is exactly where it was, right in here when I was trading. So I thought, okay, well, even though we tapped into this 4 hour, we're probably just going to come into this 1 hour gap and come higher. So I ended up fading this, honestly, low-key beautiful trade. And it low-key got me a little tilted. So the one I faded and did not take was this trade over here. So why was it so good? So one, if you mark out these lows over here, these are actually swing equal lows, right? To the exact tick, these lows are equal. So that's a good draw, right? We're low-key moving in bearish order flow temporarily, right? Like, at the point of me taking this trade, we've just tapped into this bearish 4 hour gap, reacted out of it, and we left behind equal lows. So at that point, too, we came up, we tapped into a 15-minute gap up here. After we tap into this 15-minute gap, what do? We almost immediately invert, not almost immediately, we took a bit to do it, but we inverted this 5-minute gap with a beautiful close, honestly. So I don't know why I looked at that and I was like, we're too bullish. I don't want to take that. And I'm not gonna lie, I low-key got a bit tilted. So I could have been done trading Asia in like an hour, but I ended up trading Asia for like 3 hours. So what happened from here? I took... Do I have my execution still? Oh yeah, I tried taking more shorts and got stopped out down here. Oh, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, so down in this choppy area, I was kind of stuck on my short bias. I just want to double check NQ. Nah. So I low-key got kind of stuck on a short bias because I was like, oh, well, like I missed the short, so like I should learn my lesson and be short. But the thing was, at this point, we already kind of retraced deep enough in this range, I feel like. We came down to this 4 hour gap, like kind of down here, and swept the low inside of it. But I mean, honestly, yeah, the next trade that I took was some 3-minute. Oh yeah, it was like some 3-minute down here. Damn, I almost banked, I think. Oh yeah, I want to say I took like some... Why am I struggling so hard to find my entry? Three-minute at... Oh, I took this 3-minute. So essentially, it's kind of the same thing. We tapped into like it was either a 5 or a 15-minute gap. And I was trying to take this 3-minute inverse. I think I was trying to target this other unfilled 3-minute gap down here. But essentially, I lost on that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the main reason I wasn't happy about all this, though, is because, honestly, I feel like this all could have been avoidable. Like, honestly, like, I passed up on this first 5-minute inversion over here, and it was such a clean trade. I should have been green for the night and walked away. And then I low-key just started forcing shitty trades, to be completely honest. But it's whatever. That's what trading is. It's a learning experience. I think this weekend, though, I definitely gotta do some more backtesting on gold. I feel like that was the most uncoordinated trade breakdown I've done. You said, yeah, it's fair. You're essentially just forward testing with evals RN. Yeah, essentially, yeah. I'm just kind of forward testing with evals on gold. So honestly, I don't want to paper trade. I feel like paper trading isn't the same thing. I feel like with evals, at least there's some like emotional stuff going on there. That makes, I don't know. Gives you like real market experience. Oh, and one thing, I forgot to mention this. One of those trades, I took like 2 shorts down there, and one of them, I took a trade with an unfilled 15-minute gap, my stop loss. Why did I do that? Like, I don't know. I remember opening that trade, and I was like, oh, there's an unfilled 15-minute gap, my stop loss. I was like, eh. Like, dude, what are you doing? You said paper trading is dog water. I mean, yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like just backtest or try and evals, but paper trading. You said coming from a paper trader before. Yeah, because I feel like the thing is, when you trade paper, though, like, you're not getting emotional practice. And honestly, I feel like you could do good on paper. And then, like, you could go to evals and just have not the same results. So I used to paper trade and reach nowhere. Yeah, because I feel like if you're gonna trade fake money, at least backtest, and you could test like 6 months or 3 months of data. But if you're paper trading, like, you're just trading one, you're gonna waste a couple hours trading. You said emotional practice sounds funny. I mean, to a point though, it's what it is. You said paper trading is like the introductory to trading phase. I mean, yeah, like if you don't know how to use your platform, like if you don't know how to properly close a trade instead of stop loss, like, you should paper trade. But oh, are we ever gonna pull back to this 15-minute gap? You know what I want to know? I don't know if you guys are familiar with... everyone knows TGR. You know how he has Koenigsegg Regera, or whatever that car is? I thought he sold it. And this is him with it 39 seconds ago on someone's Instagram story. And they're in it, just driving. We took out that high. I want to see us retrace a little higher. I want to see us tap into this 15-minute. You said, do you remember Anthony from the PB Live Bootcamp? He just started streaming like a week or 2 ago. I've been listening to both of you at the same time, and sometimes you guys say the same thing at the exact same times. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, but we pretty much did learn from the same people. Like, I learned from the guys at PB Trade the most, I'd say. Oh, we actually tapped into the 15-minute. Honestly, I'm not surprised though that me and Anthony say the same stuff at the same time. Honestly, I haven't really had any interaction with Anthony, but he seems like a cool guy. He said I don't know if I'm right. He said he's doing a social experiment, like an experience. Well, like saying if he lost his car, seeing how people react. You said I'll take an IFVG off the 15-minute. Honestly, as long as it's clean, I would take it. Yeah. Like maybe if we can open up like this 3-minute. You said Anthony just took that long toward the 15? I mean, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but what long is there, like, this 1-minute inversion? Wouldn't that have stopped him out? $30. Oh. Yeah, I know that's like the mech model they trade. Well, I trade it too, but although the thing is though, I wonder like with trades like that, I wonder like why did he passed up on this 1 minute over here, but he took the 30-second? I mean, probably the close, but I feel like this one doesn't have the best close either. I don't know. To the rejection wick. I mean, I feel like, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I feel like this one has a rejection wick, but even the one on the 30-second, unless, I mean, this one I feel like it's got a little bit of rejection wick up top too. I don't know, but honestly though, the main thing I'm looking for now is a short off this 15-minute. Oh my god, why is my stop loss 90 points? You said he's been focusing on rejection wicks lately because Ronan has been talking to him about them. They're important. Yeah, I know Ronan talks about them a lot. Talks about them a lot, honestly. I mean, this is a big 15-minute gap. So, I mean, I'll mark out to equilibrium with a 15-minute gap. Are we gonna open this 1 minute? So we're open this 1 minute. Honestly, if tiny ass 1 minute, it's big enough for me to look at. I mean, honestly, if the next candle wants to close strongly through this 1 minute, just giving no reaction though. Yeah, I'm probably not going to look at that 1 minute inversion though, because we open up like another 3 minute gap here. You said I'm going to go. Have a good stream, bro. Hopefully you catch something. Appreciate that, Kane. Have a good rest of your day. I wonder if we... No, there's no 5 minute gap here. Is this a 4 minute gap? Oh, there's a 4 minute gap now too. Yeah, I'm going to pass out. If this 1 minute inversion does come, I'm not going to take it. Because it's like inside this 3 minute. Which I don't like. I wonder, is there a chance I can get an entry on this? Oh my god. Crazy stop loss. So this is we're tapping into that 4-minute gap. There's no way I'm getting an entry on this. One contract? So, I mean, if this thing wants to give me a beautiful close, I'll take it, but I just have a feeling I'm not getting an entry on this. Because I want to go break even when we take this, like, this low down here. I'm not going to lie, I just can't see Nasdaq playing nice. And give me a good close. And I mean, yeah, there are. I thought these are relative equal highs. Are these actually equal highs? Oh no, they're not actually equal. They're relatively equal. If they were exactly equal highs, I wouldn't take this. But I mean, I still gotta pay attention to this close. We have like, what, 30 seconds? If this thing wants to dump like last second and close through this, try it. So what, 10 seconds? That's a close exactly at the gap. That's like, I don't like that. I mean, I don't like inversions like that. He said, Timmy, what's up, GC Trading Systems? How are you? Probably gonna have to fade this one. You said good, caught 200 points. That's what's up. Nah, there was one trade I wanted to take, but I couldn't because it was like right at 10 a.m. There was like this like 5-minute inverse, I want to say. It was a 5-minute inverse. But it was like exactly at 10 a.m. there was news. And I feel like we didn't get any really good retrace in the 5 or 15-minute. I think this thing's going to play out, isn't it? I just wanted a little stronger of a close. You know, I'm going to watch this. Even though I feel like, I don't know if I'm going to regret not taking this. That low is so far away still. I wonder, did I make the right decision fading this? Oh. Honestly, at this point, I would low-key want to see, like, if we come up and maybe sweep the high and maybe react down from there. But And there's not even the relative equal highs up there too. Honestly, I feel like the combination of the relative equal highs at the stop and the subpar close, I think I made the right decision overall not taking that. You said what time you trade till? I'll be here until like, well, I usually stop at 11:10 if I can't find any trades. Like, let's say if I'm in a trade and then I get stuck late, I'll stay. But like if it hits 11:10 and I can't find anything, I'm just gonna walk away. Recently though, I have been messing around. I'm probably gonna trade. I'm not gonna be live streaming tonight, but I'm probably gonna trade gold during Asia at like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. I'll probably trade that for like 3 hours again, or however long it takes. Ugh. I gotta get a new clickbait thumbnail for me trading gold. You said I gotta find my own way of trading after your advice. I mean, yeah, I support that. I don't know if you're familiar with, like, I don't know if you do backtesting. I do a lot of backtesting on my strategies to like find what works and what doesn't. That's a crazy wick down. What are these candles right now? You said first week ever where I didn't place any trades. Well, I mean, what? There's still Friday unless you're not trading. You said probably what free. I mean, you're probably right though. Friday probably won't do shit. Yeah, I mean, dude, price action. Like, I know we can play out price action here a lot. I feel like, but dude, price action really has been ass lately. Oh my god, and the cleanest setup we got. That was the cleanest setup we've had in so long, that 5-minute inversion, and it happened right at 10 a.m. when there's red folder news. I love being a trader. You said when CPI is, are you only gonna trade top step accounts? I mean, I'm gonna, when CPI comes out at 8:30 in the morning, I'm probably gonna full port my top step accounts. I'm probably gonna stream once in the morning, and I'm probably gonna have a second stream at 9:30 where I trade like normal for like New York AM session. You know, I was really being nerdy and reading Top Step rules. Technically, Top Step allows you to trade through news. They do have one thing under their like prohibited trading practices where they said intentionally holding max contracts through news was against their rules. But so instead of max contracts, I think I'm going to do one contract instead of two. So it's like I'm half porting. I just don't want to get denied a payout. But honestly, though, if I can half port, I can probably still make like $1,000 like right when the news release comes out. I mean, we'll see. I could blow the accounts in 30 seconds. I mean, I'm surprised we're not even delivering this low over here. But like, if I were to have taken this 4-minute, which at this point I'm really glad I did not take this 4-minute. But like, if I did take it, it would just be edging my break-even point. I mean, I'll stay here for like another 10 minutes, but I feel like the only thing I'd really want to see is like, if let's say we magically just manipulate up and come right back down. Honestly, the way we're moving right now, I mean, look at this. Like, we're just chopping right now. I feel like I keep seeing mad people trading options. I haven't traded options in so long. You said price just consolidating. Yeah, pretty much. I have a feeling I'm not getting an entry today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna start doing my recap for the end of the day. And if I finish that and there's still no like obvious setup, I'd probably just end stream then, honestly. So I'll clear all my charts, right? So coming into the session, right, I said I had a bearish bias. I'll mark out like 9:30 open was like right around here. So at the open, on the higher time frame, I was saying how on the daily, you said, yo, take care, bro. I'm sleepy. Price action also shit. Yeah, I'm wrapping up in a second, too. You said, take care, man. You as well, advised. But, so there's this volume imbalance down here. So we tapped into that. I was thinking it's possible we could react off of it. But if I had to guess, I feel like we're probably just trending toward these lows down here, which is probably playing out right now, right? So on the 4 hour, you can see, right, we're just trending down. Whenever we do tap into a 4 hour gap, it's respected, right? Then when we go to the 1 hour time frame, same story, right? Like whenever we tap into these 1 hour gaps, they're just being respected. More so over here though. But so I mean, same thing again. You can see we open up this other hourly gap. So what am I expecting to happen, right? I'm expecting this hourly gap to get respected, right? That's what's happening. That's what's been happening in the past. So I marked out on the higher time frame. There's two lows I marked out, right? So the first was this low over here. Pretty sure, yeah, it was that low over there, right? So I feel like when you kind of zoom out on the higher time frame, that's kind of one of the lows that just kind of like sticks out to you. You see, like it's the low inside. Well, it's not even inside of a gap, but it's this 4 hour low over here, right? So I figured that's the first draw, and past there, where are we going to? Probably down there. But I always like to target like the low hanging fruit. So at market open, right? So this is market open. I was looking for a pullback up, and then I wanted to see something coming down, right? Because we're inside the 1 hour gap. We also were inside this 15-minute gap. So one thing I liked with this setup is not only did we rebalance this first 15-minute gap, we also rebalanced the second 15-minute gap over here. And then, so I always like to take an inversion of whatever the highest time frame gap in the current price leg is. So in this price leg, you said, yo, bro, you took a trade. Nah, I honestly couldn't find anything today. So I'm just doing my recap right now. But, so we got this 5-minute inversion right over here. So the reason I didn't take this is because this was presented right at 10 a.m. when there's red folder news. So one, the prop firm I trade with tells me I can't trade through red folder news. And also my trading plan tells me I can't trade through red folder news. So me personally, I couldn't take this trade. I would have just went for like a 1-to-1. I would have went break even when we took this low down here. So I would have gave myself a really big breathing room like on the stop. But I mean, maybe depending on how much I risked, I might have went a little tighter. But I passed up on that trade. From there, I was still bearish. Like, I kept saying if we pulled back into any of these bearish 5 or even 15-minute gaps we formed, right? I would have taken a continuation short out of any of those, but we just didn't get any pullback. And from there, we did take that first draw I was looking to see get hit. This isn't like a significant enough draw where I say, okay, I'm just going to stop looking for setups because we're still trending bearish, right? Like, there's still other bearish draws. There's still this other low down here, right? So I'm still bearish. So we ended up opening up a 15-minute gap. So that was a good enough retracement. I feel like after we took that low, us pulling back into that 15-minute gap's enough for me to look for more continuations. So again, what is the highest time frame gap in this current price leg? It's this 4-minute gap right here. So I passed up on taking this trade for a couple of reasons. So one, there's relative equal highs at my stop loss. Like I always say equal highs or relative equal highs, or same thing with equal lows and relative equal lows, right? There's strong draws in liquidity. Price likes to like go to them a lot because like the logic behind it essentially is like support and resistance traders. They think, oh, this is like a resistance zone. And since there's so many orders there, it ends up getting targeted. But essentially there's relative equal highs. Also, I didn't like that like the close on this. Like when I take inversions, I like a strong close through the gap, and we like barely closed through the gap. So like, I mean, yeah, this is a solid entry. It's not solid, like it's valid, I guess, but it's just the close is kind of shit, and I pass up on trades like that, honestly. And yeah, like this trade might play out, but it's just not something I'm willing to risk my money on. So I mean, I took no trades today. I'll go lock out my alpha account and show you guys. Well, this is my Top Step account, but this is my alpha account, so no trades today. I'll lock out. This is what, 2 days in a row with no trades, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 days in a row with no trades. I only traded Tuesday so far this week. Not the best week so far, honestly. I've been getting cooked on these alpha accounts, if you can't see. Ooh. But it also kind of factors me averaging into trades as a loss. If that makes sense. There's not many trades here, but you said I'm red 2 days in a row, not good red. I mean, I didn't know there was a good type of red, but I guess you're saying you're probably, yeah, I mean, honestly, you said morning, by the way. What's up, MCO2? Yeah, I won't be on here for too much longer. I'm pretty much wrapping up right now, but price action has been ass. Yeah, I mean, I was considering this, you said tight red's good red. I mean, yeah, I would agree with that, yeah. But yeah, today was a rough day, honestly. And I feel like the draw for me was clear. I just couldn't get any good entries. But tomorrow's a new day, right? Fresh start. And, you know, you said, seems like everything I try eats my position super quick. It'd be like that during periods, but I feel like the bad period, just like in life, right? The bad periods never last forever. The market always kind of goes back to the way it used to be, or like it's like market has seasonalities, right? Or seasonal tendencies, or whatever they call it. But like honestly, one thing I always know, like for myself though, like I always feel like I do the worst when you said I took that short. It's exhausting holding through this barcode. Hopefully I can break even soon. Yeah, you're almost there. But yeah, I feel like when you come into tomorrow though, and then I feel like if you're thinking, oh well, yesterday this happened and I need to do something differently from yesterday, I feel like you can't like take a trade and think, oh well, something happened recently, I'm gonna act differently based off of it. Like you have to think, oh well, it's a pattern, not like one specific day something happened. But you said I got an appointment tomorrow morning, so I'll be trading midday to close, or not at all. What's up? Oh, I think what Uber, you said you took this 4-minute. Honestly, even if ES takes this low, I'd go break even, to be honest. So I think they're getting really close. ES didn't take it just yet. You said it's edging? Yeah, I'm watching that. Damn, I hate NQ today. I'm not gonna lie. You said, honestly, I might just close out since it's 11:10. Honestly, not the worst idea. I feel like the volume, like as we get closer to lunch hours, I feel like volume is just going to start drying up. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to wrap up stream here because I don't got anything else to say. So I mean, I just did my recap. Also, I have my free Discord if you guys are not in there already. So it's in that pinned comment as well as a link to my profile. You guys are welcome to join there. Tag me anytime. Ask me any questions. I can't guarantee I'll get back to you guys in like a timely fashion, but I do my best to respond to everyone inside my free Discord. And also, if you guys are new here, I do live trade every single morning, Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely pull up again if you guys like this. But yeah, and also, if you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, my favorite prop firm is Alpha Futures. I do have my discount code, which is code TINB272. It will get you 10% off all evaluations, so I highly recommend you checking them out. But I mean, yeah, I'll stay for a couple minutes in case you guys have any questions. But that's pretty much all I've got to say for today. You said, thank you for good energy. All the best. Appreciate you stopping by, me time. You said, yeah, dude, later tomorrow will be better. Oh, yeah, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a better day. The bad can't last forever. Price action will clean up eventually. Yeah, but I guess no one's probably got any questions. So I am going to wrap up here, but I do appreciate every single one of you guys that stopped by today and hang out with me, ask some questions, trade with me. And I will be live again tomorrow at 9:30, but have a good rest of your day. Peace out.